guys, how are you? It's Zach from Zach Loves Books. Thanks for tuning in to the first video in the series that I've created called How to Start a BookTube Channel. I know that there's a lot of you out there that, and this is based just on me reading comments on other BookTube channels that I visit. I see a lot of people say they want to start a BookTube channel and they're just on the fence about it. For what reason, I don't know. So that's why I created this series. So this is going to be the first video in that series. And basically today what I'm going to cover is I'm not going to get into the technical aspect. I'm not going to get into that lighting, that kind of thing, scripting, unscripting, anything like that. Well, I'm going to get into, go right to the beginning. So basically, this is going to be unscripted, but I'm going to try to go in order of, maybe what's holding you back from starting a BookTube channel and, what you need to start it. So the first thing that you're going to need, obviously, is books to talk about, which you can see I have no shortage of. You have to be a book lover to start a BookTube channel, obviously. But you don't need a fancy background with a ton of books. You could just pick up one book here and there and just talk about one book, or you could talk about books with a bookshelf in the background like this. That'll come later. At the end, the most important thing is that you have to be a book lover and a book reader. And, if you see what everybody else is doing on BookTube, is that you're going to have to be willing to. Now, there are no rules. I mean, there are, I guess, in the sense that everybody is doing what everybody else is doing, with TBRs. So learn the terminology. TBRs means to be reads. DNRs did not read, or DNFs did not finish. That kind of thing will come natural to you. I'm assuming that you already watch a lot of BookTube if you want to start a BookTube channel. And, you're just on the fence for some reason. And because you're here and you found my BookTube channel and you're actually watching the first video in this series, then I know that you're motivated, and because I love even reading motivational books and I've always wanted to do motivating, this is kind of like a natural thing for me to do, to motivate others to start their channel, because really, there's nothing holding you back from starting a BookTube channel except yourself. So, there's an author out there called Brianna West. I don't particularly like her books. I'm kind of turned off to them in a way, because I've read other people say that they're really like fluff self-help. But she has one that's called The Mountain Is You, and that's the first thing I want to say here, is that if you're on the fence about starting a BookTube channel, the mountain is you. You're the only one holding yourself back. So you've got to decide, first of all, or kind of clarify, and ask yourself, well, what is really holding me back from this? Is this really something I want to do? Do I have the time? Do I have the motivation? Is it what's holding you back? Is it that you're not comfortable speaking in front of the camera? I'll tell you right now that when I started, I wasn't comfortable speaking in front of the camera. And that's one of the first things that I want to say, is that it's really weird to sit in front of a camera and talk to it like it's a person, when you know that nobody's there in the room except for you and the camera. But you have to think eventually that camera is the one person that could be watching your videos later. So speak to it like it's them, like it's a friend that you're sitting down with at a coffee shop and talking about books. And speaking of books, you have to always remember, and this is what's going to get you over the hump of doing this a lot, if it's something that it becomes that you seriously do, is your love of books is going to get you through your first video. It's going to get you through your 5th video. It's going to get you through your 10th video. Right now, I'm like, I think 30 videos in, something like that. 80 subscribers approximately. So my growth is slow, but if you go back and watch my first video compared to this video, or maybe the video even previously posted, you're going to see an improvement. I don't know exactly 100% how to measure that, but if you watch my first video compared to this one, you're going to notice that I'm a lot more confident speaking to the camera. You're going to notice that I say less. You're going to notice that there's one video, I think on my third video that I did, where I say like 30 times in the video. And it's something that I only noticed when I watched back the first couple of videos that I posted. And I'm like, kicking myself because I said, like 30 times in the video while I was covering one of the books. But for me, it wasn't, a deal breaker to not post a video. I mean, I'm doing these videos and I'm posting them whether they're good or not. And I know that, I mean, I hate to be cliche about, like, I don't know if you guys know who Mr. Beast is online. He's like one of the most famous YouTubers, young guy. But he says, in his videos and interviews that I've seen with him, that if you're just improving one little bit with each video, you're making progress. So, and that's what I've been trying to do, with the 30 videos that I've created, is just in some way improving one little bit with each video, whether it's, with the audio or the video or my style of presenting books. It's like, or watching other people and see how they do it, and, trying to make little improvements with my channel. That's what you have to do. So you have to, as you make each video, rewatch it, maybe, with a critical eye, and say to yourself, well, what could I have done? What did I do wrong in that video, and what can I do better on the next one? So you're here too also because you want to start a BookTube channel. I'm assuming that's why you're here. That's why you clicked on this. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. You want to start one. Maybe you've watched other videos on how to start a BookTube channel and you just haven't, taken the leap, or that plunge, or whatever you want to call it. But that's the first step you have to do. You have to jump right in and start. That's like the biggest step. If you don't start, then you'll never know. You'll never know whether you like it, whether you hate it, whether it feels, invigorating, like it's a thing you were meant to do, or, you may not like it. But unless you start, you'll never, ever know. So right now, I want to encourage you to just start. Take that step. Like I said in other videos, you don't need fancy equipment. All you need is a camera and a tripod. And if you don't even have that, something to prop your camera up on. I got a tripod. I got a couple of light stands, tripods. I got them at the thrift store for like $5-10. You can use your iPhone, any camera you have. And, you don't need to have a 4K camera, I've seen some grainy videos out there. Even my videos aren't in 4K right now. They're in 1080p. But, I mean, does it matter? No. I mean, there's booktubers out there with grainy videos. There's booktubers out there that don't have the high-end production, or like the fancy-looking videos with the fancy lighting. And they're getting, subs and subscribers and people watching their videos. So just start. But let me know in the comments what other questions, you might have about starting a BookTube channel. And also, while I'm at it, I want to plug some YouTubers that I watch. And they're not BookTubers, but they may help you in starting your BookTube channel. And so I watched like Rob the Maritimer, and he's like helps people who want to start YouTube channels, and just watching him has helped me a lot. He's a fellow Canadian, by the way, so check out his videos. They're down to earth, they're practical, he's easy to watch, and he knows what he's talking about. He's been doing this for a while. He turned me on to guys like Nick Nimmin, who I also watch on occasion. These are some of the first guys that I've watched, and since then I've been watching people like Gabe Bult. What's the other guy? Dylan something. I forget his name. I've watched a lot of content creators to help me out with this BookTube channel. And yeah, so check those content creators out for a bit for the technical side and for the YouTube side of it. But there's more to come, guys. So I want to start out first on, the psychology of why you're creating a BookTube channel.